Hello everyone. Today I will teach you how to make what is in the Czech Republic called as Boží milosti, which translates as God's grace, but many of you might be familiar with the different name, and that's angel's wings or leaves, listy in the Czech language. So this recipe has many different names, and it's usually made during Masopust season and also during Easter after the fasting is done. So we will need, there's not many ingredients, so I recommend doing it, and it's pretty fast too and delicious. So here I have 1 1/3 of a cup all-purpose flour, a pinch of salt. Here I have 1/4 of a cup white wine, and I'm using Riesling because it's a little bit of sweet, and that's what I like. Then we will need 1/2 tablespoon of unsalted butter. Here I have 6 eggs, but we will need only the egg yolks, and we will need 6 egg yolks. And then we will fry it. So here I have some oil for frying, and then we will sugar coat it. The US powdered sugar has lots of starch, so it makes it kind of sticky and not so beautiful. So I recommend doing your own powdered sugar, and for that we will need 1/3 of a cup granulated sugar, and here I have also 1 vanilla bean. So let's start. To make our own powdered sugar, we will need coffee grinder, and I have 2. One is just for coffee, and this wobbly is a little wobbly one I have for making own powdered sugar and also for spices. Definitely don't mix it. That's why I have one separated only for coffee, because coffee is very strong to get out the taste of it. So here I have 1/3 of a cup of granulated sugar, and we will just grind it, and that's how you make your own powdered sugar. Look at it. Isn't this amazing? And it has no cornstarch, which makes big difference. I'm using form for a pie because it works nice to sugar coat them later. And let's put it all inside. And it's a little stuck, so I will use a spoon to get it all out, because you want to get all of it out. And this is the powdered sugar, and now we will be adding vanilla bean. Here I have 1 vanilla bean, and we will need the seeds. So just with a sharp knife, cut it in half. And now inside are the seeds. So just carefully go like this and just scoop up the seeds. See, this is all seeds. And just add it inside, and then we will need to mix it in. I will try to get as much seeds as possible. And now with your clean hands, gonna go and separate the seeds, just like that, and mix it with the powdered sugar. I'm not using that much of the powdered sugar for coating because I don't want to have lots of leftover. This looks good, so we can set it aside. To make a dough, we'll be using KitchenAid mixer. So here I have 1 1/3 of a cup all-purpose flour. Let's add a pinch of salt, add 1/2 tablespoon of softened unsalted butter. If your butter is hard, you can just soften it a little bit in microwave for like 10-15 seconds. Now we will need to separate egg yolks from egg whites, and I really love to use the tool that I also sell. It's from the Czech Republic, and it works amazing, and it saves you from breaking the yolks. So I have 6 eggs right here that I will be separating. And you just crack it and just put it all in, minus the shell. And it just fell in. And now you press and just separate it. And here you have the egg yolk, which we will add to the flour. I like also to shake the leftover egg white back in a cup, and let's continue. And the last ingredient we are adding is 1/4 of a cup white wine. There are some recipes that are using sour cream or just milk, but traditional one is with the white wine, so that's what I am using. We will be using a hook attachment, and I wanted to tell you something. Some of the egg yolks might be bigger than others, so if the dough is too sticky, then we will need to add more flour. If it would be too firm, then we would have to add a little bit of more white wine. So let's start mixing it all together. Let's first start on slow, and then as needed we might add a little bit of speed. And let's mix it for about 5 minutes. Our grandmas, when they did not have these mixers, they would just use a wooden board, and they would put the flour on the board, create a well, and then put the egg yolks and white wine inside the well. But it has a tendency to run everywhere because it's a liquid, so I just prefer to use my mixer. After about 4 minutes of mixing, it looks great, so I will now stop it because this looks good enough. Look at it, one solid ball. This looks great. It's not sticky, it's a perfect consistency. So I will work with it a little bit, and if the dough would be sticking, you would want to use a little bit of flour, but I can see that my dough is perfect. But I just want to work with it a little more to make sure everything is nicely combined. This is good. Let's cut it in half. I have here a rolling pin and also this special cutter, which we will use for cutting them in the shapes. So let's try to roll it into a rectangle. And it sticks a little bit, so I will put some flour. A little bit on the rolling pin. Just use a little bit of strength because it's firm dough. Because you want to have it pretty thin. Now I'm trying to make a rectangle. And I will just fix it with my hands, the shape. You can also stretch it with your hands. Now out of each half, I will be cutting it into 8. So first in a half. And you want to use the beautiful wave. And then in half this way. Now another halves. And now traditionally, you will want to cut it like this inside. We will have a little bit this shape, but that's perfect. And they are quite small, but when you put them in the oil, they will get much bigger. And now look at the width. It's pretty thin. And now let's set them aside. I just put them on here because they don't stick, because we need a space for the other dough. You might see some recipes where they like put it through the holes and make different shapes. So you can definitely work on your fantasy and just create different shapes if you would like. And now I will roll the other half. I form it with my hands and stretch it into desired shape. And now this is ready for cutting. Here is the thickness. So I'm done making them. So now we will need to fry them. For frying, I have here a larger pot because like I said before, they will expand. So it's better to fry them like 3 at a time. But if you want to use smaller pot, that's fine too. It will just take a little longer. And I have also prepared here plate with some napkins to soak up the extra oil. So let's add some oil into the pot. And we can add more later. And I will put it on my induction, medium, let's say on number 6. If you put it higher, they will fry too fast and they might just burn. So we want to give them a little bit more time. I ripped a little piece of the dough and I will put it in just to see when the oil is hot enough. As you can see, the little piece is starting to have bubbles around it. So that means it's ready. So I will remove it so it's not in the way. And now I can add, I will add 3 into this hot oil. Just be careful, okay, because it's really hot. And now just watch it because they are done pretty fast and they will be getting bigger, but we will need to also turn them to the other side. I will check the color. This looks good, so let's turn it. And they're really, really fast. I kind of move them so the oil gets also in the center. And you might have a little bubbles, which is completely fine. So this is done. Okay, so let's remove it. I'll put it on the paper. See the color? It's also got a little bigger. And I will continue frying. So carefully add another ones. If it would be frying extremely fast, lower the heat even more, which I think I will a little bit. I lowered it to 5. This is really fast, so you are done in no time. I wanted to show you also to have a nicer design. Just open it like that and it will be showing more of the lines. My oil is getting darker. So this will be ready to discard it. And while they are still warm, let's sugar coat them. So put them in a sugar, gonna do like that from both sides, and they're ready. Just you can shake off the excess, but inside the dough there is no sugar, so the only sugar is the coating. And when they are still warm, the sugar will get absorbed nicely. I wanted to show you one so you see how it puffed up, and I'll break it and you will see that it's like almost like flaky dough. It's really nice and the taste is amazing too. I think I will have it. And then later I will do the taste testing again so you can see me. Soft, so good. So this is the leftover sugar, so you can do another coat if you like, because the first coat on the hot ones are soaked in. Or what I like to do, I like to use a strainer. And when I serve them, I put them nicely on the plate. Then I scoop it up and I just go like this and make them even more beautiful. So that's it, we are done. And as you see, it was super fast because you don't have a dough that you have to let it rest, rise. You just make a dough, create the shapes and fry them, and they're frying extremely fast. So I hope you give it a try. Maybe make it as a tradition for Easter, or you can make them throughout the year too, because it's such a nice treat. Maybe somebody's coming fast, you don't know what to prepare, make them this and they will be happy. They're the best when they're fresh, so I recommend making them and then eating them. If you have some left over, put them in the microwave for a little bit and they will get soft and warm again. So let's try. They're soft. It's hard to explain, but the dough is flaky and it's not sweet. The sweetness is from the outside, which when you bite into it with the sugar and then you chew on it, it all just gives this amazing flavor. You can taste the vanilla and it's so nice. It's such a nice treat. So if you make it, make sure to let me know, share the photos, and I hope you have a great rest of the day. Bye. I should say bye, guys. What is in the Czech Republic called as Boží milosti? And I would translate it as God's grace, but many I would translate it as God's grace, but you might be familiar with a different name, and that's angel's wings. Some people call them leaves, listi. So any name, you can